Hello, me again, doing something I never do, which is I've literally just finished filming the last video. The ceilings are all asbestos, half the walls are asbestos. Not only do I have to move everything out of the house, I also have to rip the whole roof off the house. The van is back. Oh, he's stoked. That's more termite damage. Oh, what have I done? And we're starting again because I realized I've got to put a tarp up tonight. It's all very well that there's sunshine out at the moment, but if it rains tonight, it's raining inside my house. Oh, can you help me with the tarps? I can't put this off any longer. Let's get sheeting. And these are the sheets. I'm going with this pine VJ groove board. I think it's going to look awesome once it's under and all together. It's just going to be a bit of a mission because there's 52 sheets to go on. Let's start with number one. Safety glasses. I just want to show you what this is going to look like from the bottom. Already doesn't look right. Also, whilst I've got you up here, just to address the elephant on the roof, I'm well aware that my lips are at the moment. Honestly, I never get these, so I'm not sure whether it was the stress of trying to figure all this out, the 3-day festival bender I had last week, or, you know, just lowered immunity at the moment or what, but I'm doing my best to just ignore it, move on. This is about doing a roof, not how good my lips look, so hopefully you guys can ignore them too. One final thing, we have a special guest coming to help me out with the roof. He's one of my favorite humans in the whole world. It's my dad, and I'm so grateful. He's driving 3.5 hours. He's gonna camp in his 4-wheel drive for a couple of nights and just give me a hand because he thought this job would be easy with 2 people, which he's not wrong. I'm actually just really looking forward to some good old father-son bonding time. I'm really excited for that. You trapped, come on. Come on, Ock, you're smarter than this. Come on. Here, Ock, come here. There's literally a way out just behind. Can he? Oh, here we go. Oh, who's a clever boy? Yes, you are. Somehow, already almost 10 o'clock, I'm gonna start speeding things up and, you know, I wanna have something to show my dad by the time he gets here. My friend Scotty was very adamant that I don't line up all the joins in a row, so it's much stronger this way. So Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. I hope you're happy. This is going to be a lot harder. Anyway, time to crank the music, get into it. So these chalk lines now not only give me a line to walk on, but it also means that's where I'm going to shoot all the extra nails, put them down. Is it weird that I am actually enjoying this so much? It's just like a giant jigsaw puzzle. I love that while I'm just working away, Oki is just enjoying this absolute glorious weather. Dare I say it, almost too good a weather to be on the roof. I'd love to be at the beach right now, but I will bloody take it, and this is the forecast for the next couple of days at least. Little progress shot. Now that the whole veranda is done. What do you think, buddy? Hey, Dad. Dad's just resetting back up. we're gonna start really flying through this. Can you tell that those lines are slightly out of whack? Yep. You can tell? Yep. Is it obvious if you weren't looking at it? Oh yeah, I see what's happened. It's like the opposite of when you're a kid when you can't step on the cracks. This time you can only step on the cracks. It's not as bad as I thought. That's worse. This house is definitely not square. What's happened is this has progressively got further over these beams to the point now that it doesn't have enough to hold this one. So what I'm gonna do is just really shallow cut along the beam, taking out a bit of this one because it's got plenty to sit on. And that's just gonna allow this edge to be able to sit on there as well. It doesn't really affect anything else. So much better. Oh, Dad, why didn't we do that half an hour ago? Voila. Didn't even know you were under there. Okay, buddy. Okay. Come on. You used to be able to do it. Remember in Ecuador when he climbed all the way up that ladder? It was steeper than that.
Yeah. He was a lot younger then.
Yeah, weren't we all? Does everyone love how me and Dad are rocking the same hat? Our roofer's uniform. And just take note. Oh! My tripod just hit me in the nuts. But please, take note. Now, Dad asked for a broom. Have a look at this. He actually weirdly likes it. Oh.
Go for it, Ock. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel it from here. Yeah.
It's bloody strong. Who knew roofing could be so fun? Ah! I reckon you've probably earned a beer tonight, apprentice.
Oh, you reckon?
I'm now stranded in a zone where I cannot see the lines. Here you go, apprentice. You've earned that.
Thank you.
No worries.
Maybe I'll learn 2 tomorrow.
Maybe. Here's to clear skies, banter, and no falls.
No falls off the roof.
Cheers. Appreciate your help, Dad. Good night, guys. Good morning. Quick update. The sun is shining, no rain at all. And this morning, Dad and I actually spent about an hour going through the interior of the cabin because we kind of figured if I'm going to be changing the layout at all, now is the time. And pretty much decided if I'm going to change anything, I'm going to change everything. Just changing all our plans. Whilst Dad takes some measurements to sketch up a little floor plan, thanks, Dad, I am going to take a quick minute or a 15-minute break in here because I am due for my fortnightly therapy session. I've kind of found that during projects, part of me wants to skip them, but at the same time, it's during these big stressful projects that I need them most because better to just take the 15 minutes. I feel better afterwards and yeah, I've got my headphones ready to roll. Just before I do jump on the call, I want to also take a quick minute to thank today's video sponsor, because it is BetterHelp. As a lot of you know, I've been seeing my therapist through BetterHelp for over 2 years now, and I have found it so beneficial. If you don't know what BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easier because it's online, it's remote, and just by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you with a professional therapist in as little as a few days. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible, and this is really important because if you've ever tried to find a therapist in your local area that is suitable for you but also available, it can be really difficult. And with that, it's not uncommon that the first therapist you see, you're not really going to mesh with. The beauty of BetterHelp is that if you aren't meshing with the first therapist you match with, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional cost. The simple fact is, life can be bloody tough sometimes. Please don't just bottle things up. If you're struggling, consider BetterHelp. Click the link in the description below or go to betterhelp.com/𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜, that's help, H-E-L-P, and you will get 10% off your first month of therapy. Honestly, I couldn't recommend it enough, and now I get to have my session. Thanks again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video. So we're actually going a little bit above and beyond here. Because I live in the rainforest and there's such high humidity, I took a couple of painters' advice and we are painting the external of the ceiling sheet. So you're not even going to see this paint, but what it is a primer, sealer and undercoat all in one. And that's just really going to help seal the timbers. So Dad is doing an excellent job rolling over there. Good work, Dad. And while he continues to do that, I'm going to start sheeting this side. Dad, I think that's the best paint job that no one's ever going to see. If you appreciate Dad's paint job and him helping you out, please give him a little thumbs up and a comment. So things have slowed down a little bit here. I'm reusing the old hardwoods as battens and all the beams are hardwood. It's really tough to drill into them. Went in, Dad. Whoop, whoop. Well, Dad, I think that's it for day 2. You've done well again. We didn't quite...
Been a big day, Mac.
It has been a big day. And wow, hats off to roofers, because we're still on the first half of the roof. I've literally just put down 2 rows of battens and there's another 8 rows to go just on this side of the roof alone. I've already had to push the electrician back a day. Me and Dad are both exhausted already. Wowzers. Any words of wisdom, Dad?
Sleep.
Yeah, we're going to sleep for a long time. We were both just saying we feel a little unsteady on our feet at the moment. After pushing it today, we're getting there, plugging away. I've got Dad for half a day longer and could not be more grateful for all the help he's given. And yeah, I feel confident now to go on after you leave me, apprentice. But yeah, it's been really nice having him here. We're going to clock off for another day. Night. Both Dad and I woke up feeling it in the shoulders this morning. So much to do. Dad's last day here, so going to make the most of it. And at the moment, blue skies. It was a little bit wet overnight, and I have seen there's rain on the horizon a few days away, so the countdown is officially on. So last night was definitely, there was a lot more moisture in the air. Have a look at how warped that board is. That was sitting flat last night. It's not nailed down. Dad, I'm glad we painted all these ones. I think we're actually done, Dad. Far later than expected. But we now have all the battens for this side secured down. I have to admit it's already starting to get to the point where I think it's going to be a miracle if everything goes right with this roof. I just hope I haven't bitten off more than I can chew. One of the bits of advice my builder mate Scotty gave me was when putting the sheets on at the top, not to fasten the ends until you put the next board on and you kind of let them balance out, because otherwise they can bow a bit and then you've secured them and they can't move. I forgot that advice. So don't tell Scotty. Essentially the idea is now where the sheets join from the underneath will be to shoot a couple of nails up into the battens that are going over that join, so there's no bowing and there's no sagging of the ceiling over time. It is finally time to start laying the sheets for this half of the house, about a day and a half after I thought I'd be doing it. It's just the way things are. Oh, that's sunshine. Remember how I said that wall better not be high? Why would they make it higher than the beam? Remember how young and naive we were 2 days ago, Dad? Who knew roofing could be so fun? Turns out today, we've chosen violence. Oh, buddy, you are covered in sawdust. Sorry, bud, you should move. And you may be questioning what I'm doing right now. Essentially, that wall, for some reason, it's sitting higher than the beams. So unless we get rid of that top section now, it's gonna bow the whole ceiling and that wall's gonna be moved anyway. I really don't want to let this defeat me. But right now, I'm starting to feel a little bit defeated. Just, doing all right? Yeah, I know. I think I just thought the other side was hard and then this side's turning out to be a lot worse. It's going to be worth it in the end, right? It will. I feel sorry for this wall because I think I've chosen to take my anger for the termite damage, for the asbestos, for the building inspector not picking up on any of it, for it kind of clearly being covered up. This wall's copping all that anger. I am taking this thing down. Look at this termite damage. Oh, wow, that was so much harder than it should have been. Okay. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. I'm sorry you all had to see that. I want to apologise to everyone for my little rampage. But essentially, I needed to give myself a little time out after that. This is what we've done. Roofing sucks. We'll see you tomorrow. Our roofer's selfie. 3, 2, 1. Alright, Dad. Yeah. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I appreciated that and enjoyed it. Despite the setbacks, I loved the time.
It's been lovely here, Max.
And when you get back, there'll be a beautiful new roof. Drive safe. Oh, I appreciate that, man, so much. And I'm so glad we got a little shot of that because honestly, I'm gonna look back fondly on this time with me and him together, even though it's obviously a pretty hectic time otherwise. It's back to just me and Ock, of course. I'm gonna have a little regroup and then get back into the roof. One. I miss my dad. I always get this when I've had a guest and they leave. Feels a little bit quiet out here, which I kind of adjust to and then really like, but yeah, it was so good having him here. So close to finishing the roof, and I've completely run out of paint. I think that's going to have to do, considering it was going above and beyond anyway. Tomorrow I'm going to have a really big day, so I'm going to wrap things up here, and I'm going to be starting pretty much at first light because I don't want to be working into the dark again like when I was tearing the sheets off. I'm back enjoying the process a bit more after yesterday's tantrum, but I'm glad you're not just witnessing my slow decline into insanity. I am the shepherd and the water is my flock. And that it was just a little speed bump on the road to a new roof. What do you think, Ock? Do we have time to sneak a walk in? Yeah, boy. My weather luck seems to have run out. I woke up to it raining in the middle of the night and it has not stopped, and I kind of was just hoping that the tarps hadn't moved. Shit. And this is where I wish I had moved a bit faster, because the V-groove pine for those ceilings is not meant to get wet at all. Things were a lot easier when it was dry. The rain has stopped. I have about 8 hours left of light. Hopefully it doesn't rain again or I'm going to be screwed, because tomorrow the electrician's coming and all the battens need to be down for him to be able to run the cabling, which means I've got this whole side to do. Please stay out, son. Come on. Shows how much water I'll be able to catch off the roof. This just feels bloody good at the moment. The weather, despite being a bit of a rough start, glorious again, absolutely glorious. And spending time up here and constantly looking out on this beautiful view to the west is really kind of locking in my decision to flip the whole layout of the interior of the house, because I want the kitchen and the living room, where you spend most of your time, to be looking out over the view. And so I'm just going to bloody go for it. Now, the only problem I'm going to run into here, or not the only problem, but a problem I can foresee coming pretty soon, is I've actually done narrower spacing with the battens than there was, because I wanted to make it a little bit stronger essentially, and that means I'm going to run out. There was also a couple of broken ones from when they removed them. I'm just going to put down as many as I can, and then that way I can measure up how many I need to replace that. There's also a few extra beams I'm going to put in, just once again to shore up the place and make it nice and sturdy and safe into the future. I'll see you in a little bit. I am flying. We have had such a good run. This looks like a storm, or at least some pretty heavy rain coming. Look how much I got done. I'm so close to the end. I just want this rain to hold off long enough for me to measure it up, get the tarp on. You need to go back down. Oh God, I can feel the rain. You just wait there. It's raining. Evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. These tarps, I've already thrown some of the tarps down. They're 9 meters by 7 meters, so that's not gonna be easy getting back up. Well, I guess this means time to get more supplies. Success. Back home we go, and blue skies are happening. because I ran out of hardwood battens. I've got this replacement 90 by 45 structural pine to make up for them, and it is already night and day. Like, I'm glad I reused the hardwood. A, it saved me probably over $1,000 in timber, but also it's perfectly good timber. There's no need to use more wood. But look how easy this drills into in comparison. It's actually like butter. It was a bit of a wild run around day, but the roof is all prepped and fully ready for the electrician tomorrow. So excited to be planning out this whole new house. Good night. Shit. Really not what you want to wake up to. Just needed 1 or 2 more sunny days. The rain woke me up at 6 this morning. I just spent half an hour securing all the tiles back down. Well, today's definitely the day that it's all gone wrong. That rain was so heavy, and I don't know, it's just finding gaps in all the tarps. The inside of the house is absolutely drenched. Have you found the one dry spot in the house, buddy? Good work. All this water came really kind of within an hour. Ironically, I had actually just taken off the tarps before it started raining to try and dry out the roof, and then it just all came all of a sudden. I'm wary to do it again, but I really want to get some sun on this roof. I am the shepherd and the water is my flock. You've really got to direction it so otherwise it doesn't end straight back up on the roof, going through the ceiling. I'm so wary of uncovering this because I can see more dark clouds coming. And I got that water off just in time for it to start raining again. This is a losing battle right now. I am absolutely dripping wet. I really wanted this video to be a story arc of showing the successful completion of this roof. However, I think it's important to show that not everything goes according to plan. I'm still confident we can overcome this. I'm going to try and bring out the second half of this video, hopefully where I can complete the roof next week. Tonight, I need a breather.
Don't know where to stand, hey buddy?
Things don't always go according to plan, but we will come back to this. Bye guys. Oh, I really just need to not look at it for a bit.